Coming up next, right here on the Fortminorproject channel, that's why I'm be giving you guys my WWE BattleGround 2015 pay-per-view review, thoughts and opinions. You know what's coming up next, that's right. Roll that damn intro.
Inside me, a light was turned on. Then I was alive. If you close your eyes, your life, a naked truth revealed. Dreams you never lived and scars never healed. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. And find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your eyes.
Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm back at it again in here for another video for you guys for today. And in here for that's right, my WWE BattleGround 2015 pay-per-view review, thoughts and opinions. And even though this is a little late, I know I was able to go to Charlotte for the weekend, so hence why this video is a little late. So bear with me. And I was able to check it out at the hotel room, and overall it was a good show. I heard mixed reactions from both sides of the fence, if you will, and overall I did enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get right down into it. Now, to start things off, where we had the kickoff match, basically Bad News Baron and R-Truth. For what it was, it was okay. Really, I don't really care for this feud all that much, and Bad News Baron and R-Truth definitely deserve a lot more better. And for this, hopefully, Bad News Barrett would actually go to being Bad News Barrett and not King Barrett. And nice to actually see that King Barrett is actually still the remaining King of the Ring. Hopefully, it'll stay that way because it would have been hella weird to actually see R-Truth be the King of the Ring and King What's Up. That was just weird. I didn't really get that, but hey, it is what it is when it comes to that. But overall, with the main card getting right into the rest of WWE Battleground, where we had Randy Orton and Sheamus kicking things off, and it was a great match, even though we've seen these two go at it a couple times, mainly on Raw, in the way of a rematch, if you will, and these two have been feuding for quite some time, and in the end, we did get to see, yes, Randy Orton able to get the win with the RKO out of nowhere to Sheamus. So I guess it was expected pretty much to have Randy Orton win, even though couldn't win to Sheamus to Mr. Money in the Bank. But that kind of tends to happen when sometimes when someone gets the Money in the Bank briefcase and they don't really do as well for a while. But it is what it is, and it happens with that. So it's still pretty cool seeing Sheamus as Mr. Money in the Bank and question on what could happen when it comes to him on when he's going to cash in exactly. That remains to be seen. So could be any time within this year, or we'll see what happens with that. So we still got quite a ways. If not, maybe there's that chance at SummerSlam, but highly doubt that. So we'll see when it comes down to that. Then for the next match, we had the WWE Tag Team titles, which were on the line between the Primetime players and as well with the New Day. Really liked this match. It was a good match between the two. I was actually hoping the Primetime players will get the win, and they did, and retain the tag team titles, which is dope and awesome there. And hopefully they will continue with their run as tag team champions. I really like that. It's been a long time coming, like I said before. And with the New Day, them being the heels, really cool. I really like how Xavier Woods actually preps up the New Day and gets them hyped up and everything during the match and everything, and just starts talking and yelling and screaming, and it's just actually pretty hilarious to me, with all honesty. So I don't know if the New Day will actually get another shot again, since we've seen this already. So uh, we'll see when it comes down to that, as my phone goes off. So I do apologize for that, but in the end, Primetime players were able to retain their tag team titles, so there you go there. Then with the next match, where we also had Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns go at it, which was a great match here. In the end, we had Bray Wyatt was able to get the win, which I was a little surprised with that. Could have went either or between the two. Most likely people were going for Bray Wyatt, and that was actually pretty cool. More reactions for Bray Wyatt than Roman Reigns, which is kind of interesting there. So I like both guys pretty much, if you want to put it that way, and Roman Reigns, not getting the win is actually pretty interesting, so it looks like the feud will continue. And basically, we had Luke Harper actually returning, which was interesting. Not only that, well, I guess you could call it return, since he hasn't been around too much. Mainly seeing him at Superstars and stuff, but it is what it is when it comes to that. So it's really cool that Luke Harper is doing more now with Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family actually reunited again. So that feels good and a little refreshing there, to say the least, to see what else Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt is going to be doing with the Wyatt family, and once Eric Rowan comes in, then they have him back as a whole. So I do kind of see Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns continuing this a little bit more, and maybe a rematch at SummerSlam is most likely going to be happening, but that remains to be seen. Then next, we're on in the hot seat where we were speculating on what was going to happen with the NXT Divas and as well with the main roster Divas. Was it going to be a six-woman triple threat tag team match? And actually, it ended up being a regular triple threat where we had a Charlotte, Brie Bella, and as well Sasha Banks, the NXT Women's Champion, which is cool there. I couldn't wait to either Charlotte or Sasha, and in the end, I was going for Charlotte since he's definitely one of my favorites on the main roster now, and as well has been on NXT, and as well in women's wrestling in general too at the moment right now. So Charlotte is definitely has been one of my favorites for quite some time, and she was able to get the win, which is nice. So going into SummerSlam and as well for the rest of the year, they can be doing a lot of different stuff with this. Of course, we had a triple threat, maybe have a fatal four-way or that six-woman tag, maybe, who knows? We'll see, which is actually really cool. I like what they're doing with the women's division right now. So things can be looking on up, and I don't really see a whole lot of too much bad things going into this. Since recently, especially with Battleground, things are kicking up a little bit, which is definitely well needed for the Divas division. And I really like that since, of course, for those of you who do know me, I do enjoy women's wrestling and have been a fan of it. Hence, with being a fan of Mickey James and everything. So that's actually really cool and something that the women's division really needed, and a little kick up. No pun intended for it being in the summer and everything with the summertime. So there you have it with that. Then next, when we had the U.S. title, which was on the line between Kevin Owens and John Cena, a great match between the two, especially with this being the third encounter, and this time with being the U.S. title, where it was a champion and champion again, and things have really gotten really awesome within these two. Actually, I enjoyed the mainly the first one, of course, mainly the first one of feuds are really most better depending on what's going on and stuff like that for certain feuds. But the first two, I would say, yeah, I did enjoy those as well. But the third one, was just as cool and awesome. So even though John Cena was able to win and as well retain the U.S. title and continuing on with the U.S. Open title, Open challenge for the U.S. title, as I was trying to get through with that. But but that in itself is actually pretty cool. I like that. So I don't see it lasting that much longer. I see it ending pretty soon, and I don't think it'll end throughout the rest of the year since I don't know who can open the challenge for John Cena, even though there are a couple of other people that can be definitely doing it. So that remains to be seen. I would have liked to have Kevin Owens as the US champion. Hopefully, at some point, he will get it. And I like what he's doing as a heel. So, John Cena winning, it is what it is. And not really gonna complain about it too much. But, it could have went to Kevin Owens. I will say that. But, hey, it is what it is, like I said. Then we had The Miz coming out with a promo basically getting into like how he wasn't able to face Ryback since Ryback was injured due to a leg injury, so he'll be out for quite a while. Not too sure exactly how long Ryback will be out. I don't know if anybody else knows on the exact timetable on that, so feel free to leave your thoughts down below on the comments section. So yeah, feel free to let me know on that if you do know. If not, then that remains to be seen. And the Big Show was able to basically make it short and sweet with that promo and arrive and KO punch and leave basically was dealt with there, and no return of Showmiz anytime soon basically out of the Big Show. So it still looks like he's gonna still be a heel, which is good. I actually prefer Big Show as a heel. That's just me on how I feel about it. So there you go. That was it with that. Then we get into the main event where we had Seth Rollins and as well Brock Lesnar, and this one has been brewed since WrestleMania 31 when Seth Rollins was able to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase onto Brock Lesnar, and as well with Roman Reigns being in the mix there, and Seth Rollins ever since then has been trying to keep his championship for as long as he can, and basically was able to do it at WWE BattleGround. So pretty interesting on how that happened, because now we had the Undertaker show, which is awesome, marked the hell out there, and now that we have Undertaker attacking Brock Lesnar, and the rematch will be happening definitely at SummerSlam. So I really like that, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be Fight in the City, as I'm calling it right now. So should be really damn awesome. Looking forward to that for SummerSlam. Even though I won't be going to that, I would have liked to go to SummerSlam, even though it's sold out right now. But I still will be watching on the WWE Network and everything, and of course giving you my predictions and as well my review on that. So be on the lookout for that. So there you have it. Battleground is in the record books, and even though this was a late review, I do apologize for that. So I wasn't sure if I was going to do a live show on it or just do a regular actual review, since I tried to do it at the hotel, but it really didn't go as planned. But I did have a good time in Charlotte, and I was able to hang out with my girlfriend and everything, so I had a fun time, and hopefully we'll do that soon and really enjoy Charlotte a little bit more, since I always love going there, and there you have it with that. So overall, what did you think of Battleground as a whole? Did you like it? Did you didn't like what you thought should have been more differently? What are you looking forward into see for SummerSlam, especially with Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, which should be dope. And there you have it with that for the Battleground. That's right, 2015 pay-per-view review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.